Hey guys, what's up? I hope you all are doing fine. So guys, since the start of boycott China, most people want to change from Chinese to non-Chinese brands and they are finding it quite difficult. Hope this video helps you guys. This is Droid Spells, I am Nandan and let's get started. So guys, the first name that comes when it comes to non-Chinese smartphones is Samsung. So guys, when it comes to Samsung, it is one of the non-Chinese companies which we can get in each and every budget. That is from entry level till the flagship. So when I say entry level, it is the M series that ranges from 8,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees or a little above. Then we have the A series, which is the mid-range series, which starts from 18,000 till 40 and above. And Note and S series are also there, which are the flagship level series, which starts from 35 plus till 96,000 rupees. When I say 35 plus, which are the older phones, and there is also this flip phone which costs you over 1 lakh rupees. So guys, I have to say that Samsung is kind of an all-rounder, and when it comes to Samsung, the display quality, the battery backup is awesome, and we also get one UI in each and every smartphone from M series till the flagship level smartphones. That means less bloatware, almost no ads. We do get some ads on the upcoming smartphones and all, and there are no some shitty Chinese cleaners. So you'll be feeling pretty good in these smartphones. So next comes the Nokia. So guys, when it comes to Nokia, which is one of the most loved company in India, well, they have from keypad mobiles till smartphones that crosses 20k. The latest smartphone is 7.2, Nokia 7.2, and there's an upcoming smartphone that is 5.3 which has quad camera setup and all, but they haven't actually given us much information about the release dates. So guys, when it comes to Nokia, you will be getting stock Android experience. That means no bloatware, no ads, nothing. You will also be getting a dedicated Google Assistant button. So guys, if you have a budget of below 20k and you want to go for non-Chinese, then this smartphone is also a pretty good choice for you guys. So next comes the Asus Zenfone. So guys, when it comes to Asus, well, they have not released that many variety or that many types of phones, but they do have some smartphones below 12,000, which does not actually concern me because the two major phones that actually I loved is 5Z and the 6Z. The 5Z is one of the only smartphones other than Poco F1 to have Snapdragon 845, and 6Z does have Snapdragon 855, but it ranges from 27,999 to 34,999. That means it's kind of overpriced, but it does have some specifications to cover that up. And of course, it has its own OS, that is the Zen OS. So guys, if you are really interested in smartphones for gaming and performance purpose, I think these Asus smartphones are pretty good for you. Of course, we do have Asus gaming smartphones itself, that is the ROG series, but I'm not going to be taking that into account right now. So guys, if you're looking for performance, then Asus is a smartphone for you guys. Next is Google Pixel. Google Pixel are one of the best smartphones right now in the market. You'll be getting great camera, great design, great battery backup, great chipset, and great display. Almost everything is one of the best. Of course, you will also be getting the stock Android with it. You will always be getting the Android update first, then to the other smartphones. So guys, almost you will be one of the best smartphone users if you have Google Pixel. If you are looking for a 30k budget smartphone, then Google Pixel is for you. So guys, next is Apple. So guys, when it comes to Apple, it's like it is the best smartphone ever because we'll be having one of the best hardware, best software, best camera, best security. Almost everything is best, including its water resistivity. So guys, if you have a higher budget, instead of going for OnePlus and all, you can actually go for Apple smartphones. So guys, these were my top 5 picks for best non-Chinese smartphones that are able to compete or surpass the Chinese smartphone industry. So there was another smartphone, that is the LG smartphone companies, that was also one of the best. But when I compared it with Asus actually gave me a little bit better specification and quality compared to LG in the same price segment. Well, of course, LG does have its own flagship now, but when I compared it with Asus, I think Asus was better and it was more affordable. So guys, there are some other smartphone companies like BlackBerry, HTC, Sony, Panasonic that I did not take the name of, but these smartphones are not at all keeping up with the Chinese manufacturers. So guys, to keep up a level between these smartphones like Xiaomi, Realme and all, I think these smartphones are not at all good, and Sony and all are nearly extinct. So there was another thing that I actually wanted to do. I wanted to take out some of the Indian smartphones like Micromax, Lava and all. But these smartphones are not at all any good right now, because they do have some smartphones below the 10,000 rupees, but even below the 10,000 rupees, they have not given us any best or any good smartphones right now. Of course, in recent years, I'm speaking about the recent years, I don't think that Micromax or Lava has any capability of competing with the Chinese smartphones or any smartphones right now, but they might be able to compete in upcoming years. Well, I don't know that. If you guys think that Micromax or Lava has the capability of competing with Xiaomi, Realme or any other Chinese smartphones, just let me know in the comment section. So guys, this was it. I hope you guys like this video. Like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can get the notification of my upcoming videos. And of course, please do let me know your thoughts, and do let me know if you want me to do any video on any other topics. And well, this is Droids Bells and I'm Nandan.